Yak Gadget, made in America, based outside of Nashville, Tennessee. Yak Gadget offers all kinds of storage accessories, quick mount motor mounts, anchor systems, track mounted accessories, even paddles. Go to yakgadget.com and get your kayak decked out for your next trip out on the water.
The 153 Bait Company, based in Troy, Ohio, make everything from plastics to custom painted hard baits. Hook 'em hard and hook 'em often. All of our baits are made to order and all of our hard baits are hand painted to order. So go to the153anglers.com to place your order today.
Based in Santa Ana, California, Bioenno Power provides the highest performance lithium-ion phosphate batteries for the marine market. These batteries are 1/4 the weight of sealed lead acid batteries, provide over 2,000 to 3,000 charge cycles, and a 10-plus year service life. These batteries can be used for any deep cycle application, including running fish finders, trolling motors, live wells, and LED lights. For more information, visit bioennopower.com. That's BIOENNOPOWER.com or contact dealers nationwide.
Welcome to the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network. This is the final cast segment with your hosts Brad Hicks and Josh Eldridge, where we cast our final opinions on all products, good and bad. Welcome to the final cast.
What's up, y'all? It is the final cast on your Thursday morning. Brad Hicks.
Nope, it's
Brian
Brad
Schiller.
Brad.
Brad.
What's up?
Brian Schiller.
Hello.
I'm Josh. Welcome back, y'all.
AKA Trash Panda.
What's going on, guys?
Not much, man. What's up?
I've been sucking down water since I got home from work, and I've drank so much I think I'm going to throw up.
That's not good.
That's odd.
Don't drink too much to where you drown. That'd be bad.
Oh, my stomach is so full. I also ate 2 burritos.
That sounds
So you
good.
moved on from chili dogs?
Yeah. Yes, dude. And it's bad. Like all I eat now is burritos.
Chipotle burritos?
Oh, I made my own. So what I do is I go get chorizo and I add black beans, tomatoes, corn, hot sauce, and then I mix it all up, and then I take it and pile it in a burrito shell in the morning and eat that for breakfast.
Heck yeah, that sounds good.
And then I also have a version of that with beef. The other day it was chicken, and it's the same thing. So then I eat the same thing at lunch or dinner time, but it's with chicken or beef. So I'm
Sounds
just
good.
eating burritos literally all the time now.
Jeez.
Mr. Burrito.
But I'm trying to cut back on eating like garbage food,
Yeah.
So it's working. I'm losing some weight.
I'm trying, but it is what it is. I don't know.
That's me slapping my fat belly.
Oh, Jesus.
So
Brian's decided to grace us with his presence, O King. O King of Paddle and Fin. It's me bowing down to you.
Jeez.
But sorry, I'm getting tired. I've been yawning. We're talking about Yak Gadget. Brian was recently down at Dale Hollow for the Yak Gadget Pro Team meetup. Brad and I are lame, and we could not make it.
Yep.
And
Pretty much.
so Brian was down there with some of our other teammates. Looked like they had some fun. Took some good shots, by the way. I can't wait to see the good camera photos.
Yeah, I got those. I was going to edit those tonight, but decided to take a nap instead.
there you go.
That's how much fun we had this past weekend.
How was the fishing?
It was really good, man. Everybody caught fish, and we caught fish on all different kinds of baits. Like me personally, I think I caught fish on 4 different kinds of baits. I caught fish on a small Kitech, on a Nico rig, on a TRD bug, and what was the other one? I did this last night too. I couldn't remember what the other one was.
Chatterbait?
No, but somebody did catch one on a chatterbait. Couple guys caught them on crankbaits. Somebody caught it on a pegged Senko. Old crankbait Johnny was working
Nice.
that pegged Senko with a worm. I forget what else, man, but it's definitely heating up, which is going to make the Paddle and Fin Open and the Clash of Clubs event very, very nice.
See, when you talk about this, you make me not want to work and want me to you fish,
So fish.
but I need to work.
Do work, son.
You do both.
For those of you that do want to fish and not work, get signed up on
Yeah.
Training.
Exactly. Yes.
Man.
Well, let's talk about that real quick before we get in our little Yak Gadget extravaganza. The Paddle and Fin Open at Dale Hollow and Clash of Clubs at Dale Hollow. Brian, what's our dates?
April 9th, 10th, and 11th. The Open
is
is
coming
9th,
up. It is
9th and
what?
10th.
2.5 weeks away.
Yeah, something like that. 2.5, 3 weeks.
That's crazy,
roughly.
man.
2.5 weeks away. Brad, you're going to be there, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Better be. No. Dude,
That means no.
So yeah, I mean that totally means no. All you have to do is say yes or no. None of this gray area, because there's no gray area for you. Like,
Maybe.
it's either yes or no.
Dude, you sound like my wife. This is like this is the
Brian, is there
this
a
is-
gray
this
area
is
for
the
Brad? That's called-
conversation we have all the time.
Is there Brad? Do you ever know Brad to go maybe and show up?
She's standing right here.
She's probably laughing too.
Does Brad show up on a maybe, Brian?
Not usually. I think he has a couple times.
Whatever. He's just being nice.
I'm an indecisive person. Everybody knows that.
I'll agree with that statement.
So
I've been like that my whole life.
we need to get anglers signed up. Stop being our traditional kayak angler selves and waiting to the last minute.
I will say in the past few days, there's been quite a few signups. I think today alone there was like 4 or 5 for the Open. Clash of Clubs, like if you fish a small club and you want to come down and represent, get 3 of yourselves, 3-man teams. The Open is 2-day event, $100, so $50 a day, which is totally cheap. First and second place are going home with some kayaks, plus cash prizes, 100+% payback. And then Clash of Club, it's $75 an angler or $225 a team. Top 10% will get paid out in both fields. But the individual with the highest limit in the Clash of Clubs event will also win a kayak. And if that's not good enough, there's one more juicy prize being given away that weekend.
Secret, right?
I can't say what it is, but I can say whether you have a good day or a bad day on the water, you have an opportunity to win it. So, yeah, fun stuff, interesting stuff. But all the info is on Tourney X. If you go to the tournament page, scroll down to Paddle and Fin, and it's click on the Paddle and Fin.
I got a question.
Yep.
I heard you said that you're going to allow multiple teams from the same club, right?
Correct.
Those guys at CKF are loving it, I think.
Yeah.
There was a few of them asking about it, and we originally thought that we were just going to do one team.
No.
So I did pass the information along to some CKF members that they can form another team.
Yeah, we had a few clubs ask if they could send more than one team, and we absolutely allowed that, just because we want to, have this a big like kickoff for everybody's seasons, and the more the merrier. The more people we get, the better the payouts are going to be. And not only that, this is going to be an annual thing. So if we have a big turnout this year, that means we can do even more next year. So
Yep.
basically we're giving away 3 kayaks plus 1 mystery prize, which is very large.
A glitter boat?
And what?
A glitter boat?
I don't know. You'll have to come. You'll have to say yes and not maybe.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah,
Maybe.
it'll be fun. Go to eastportmarina.info for lodging and food packages and stuff like that. There's going to be live music. There's going to be vendors down there with product for sale, product to check out. There will be some boat demos. So if you're in the market for a new boat, you want to try some boats out while you're there. They'll have New Canoe, Vibe, and I believe one other brand there with demos to try out.
Sweet. Sounds like a good time.
Sounds fun.
I love
Yes,
that
sir.
lake, man. Somebody's going to win it with like 95 inches.
It's heating up, man. And I caught both largemouth and smallmouth.
Heck yeah.
What was your biggest fish?
I think it was like 15. I didn't catch very big ones, but the other guys did. There was the guy that actually owns the marina caught a 19.5-inch smallie. Couple of the Yak Gadget guys caught like 17 to 18s.
Heck
So, and we didn't even hit the main lake. We were just in the river.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I heard the main lake bites heating up as well. The whole lake is on limit, so or is eligible water. So
I was about to ask that because somebody else asked me if they could fish Kentucky side. I'm like,
yeah, yep,
that would be my pick,
yeah,
just because I'm familiar with that area up there where we stayed last time.
yeah. You can fish the whole lake. All the boundaries are on Tourney X. Basically, it's cutting you off on some of the creeks that go pretty far up. But yeah, the whole lake is
That's
in
awesome.
play.
That's awesome.
You know, the only thing you got to consider is if you fish the Kentucky side, getting back to the check-in, which could be a drive.
My buddy said it was like an hour and a half to check in. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, and I think that's what we allowed, like from lines out to check-in is right at like an hour and a half for those folks that are going to fish those far stretches of water.
Yep.
But I will say don't overlook going that far because there are good fish close to the check-in for sure.
Yeah.
I believe it.
So how come you guys ever thought of why there is such a short window for check-in? I mean, it's catch photo release. It's not like we are dealing with live wells and that stuff. You know what I mean?
I think it's just to get the process over with so everybody could go on with their day or start traveling back home.
Yeah.
But with the open, most guys are going to stick around and fish the Clash of Clubs event. So we didn't see that as like a, you know, big downfall, so to speak. And same thing with the Clash of Clubs, you know, we still have the same window, but we're starting early. I think you can get on the water. It's roughly a half hour before sunup. So you got some time. So
Sweet.
But all those details are on Tourney X and our website, paddleandfin.com.
Get signed up.
Yeah, buddy.
Get signed up, man. It's a lot of cool prizes. We're going to have vendors out there.
Yep.
And
ton of prizes. Those kayaks that we're giving away, the 2 for the open will be fully decked out with some stuff. So it's not just a kayak. But they will have some accessories going with them and all that good stuff.
Nice. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited.
I'll ride with you, Josh.
There you go.
Or
He
you
just
ride with
committed.
me?
He just said yes.
He's still going to bail out. We know he's going to the day before.
I did that last time because I got off late. Didn't want to get there at 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, come on.
Right there. You missed a good time.
I know. I wanted to go, but
You could have slept with Milford.
Yep. You
I don't want to
let
be
him.
anywhere near that guy.
You could have smelled the honey Jack Daniels vomit all night long or whatever he drinks. Honey Jim Beam. I don't even know.
That's nasty.
I slept in that bed when I was there this past weekend. I think they replaced the mattress.
That's nasty, man.
Oh, all right. Let's get it. Get it. We're talking Yak Gadget. Some new products that Brian's got his hands on. Brian,
Are we
What are
allowed
we
to
looking
talk
at
about
first?
these new products yet?
Yeah, I got the release to talk about them. Some of them
Sweet.
aren't available yet, but they should be within the next week or so on yakgadget.com.
Sweet.
Okay, so for all of y'all listening, before you start messaging us, hey, where is this? I can't find it on Yak Gadget. It may be a couple weeks out till it's released on the site,
Oh.
but we got permission to talk about
Yeah.
it. So.
I'll start off with this first one that's actually on there, and I don't know how new this is, but it's the cup holder XD, which is pretty slick because what John did is this outer ring has got slots for tools in it, which is nice. You know, most of us throw, used baits or baits that we cut off into our cup holders. That's what they're actually for. But I had some scissors and pliers chilling in this right next to me, which was pretty slick to have it right there at your side.
Yeah, I like the look of that thing too. It looks real rigid.
It is, man. And what's nice too is, and I found this out by mistake, because I went to move this because I'm in the new canoe pursuit right now. And I was going to go and just pull this off the track bolt and leave the track bolt in the kayak. But what you can do for transport is this cup holder actually pulls out of the bottom ring. So if you got a bunch of baits in it and you just want to throw it in the back of your truck,
That's cool.
The bottom ring separates and you can just throw this back in, on your next time out on the water, which again, I discovered by accident because I was just going to, pull this whole thing off, which I did for this purpose. But, you can actually just pull the cup holder off and leave the bottom piece connected to your boat, which is pretty slick.
I didn't know it did that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the smaller one does it the same way where you can just pull it in and out of that bottom ring, which is kind of cool, for, transport purposes.
Yeah, because you don't have to sit there and mess around with, you think about it. Like the tool idea is a good idea, but when you go to start packing everything back up, you're like, oh, I got to pull the tools out of that. You know what I mean? And then now it's just take the whole cup out, store it in your box, and then you're good to go or whatever. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to put away each thing individually away. I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of slick, man. I didn't know it did that either. And like I said, I was like, when I did that, I'm like, oh, this is pretty sweet. I don't have to, unmount every time, undo the thumb screw and pull it up and then drop it back in. I can just pull it on and off the boat whenever I'm getting on or off the water, which is pretty nice. So, obviously you guys have seen this one.
Yep.
This is the old phone holder, which works. I use this. However, dun, 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 this is the new phone holder.
Oh.
So it's a side grip. It's on a ball mount. A lot nicer. Like I just got this one this weekend, the old one, and I used it. Worked great. Don't get me wrong, but this has got the one where it kind of has the 2 feet on the bottom.
Yep.
Compared to the ram mount one, which I have in my truck. So I actually may put this one in my truck because this grip's a little nicer.
Yeah.
And this one on the old style, these rubber feet don't pull off like the X grip one does.
Yeah, I hate
ram
that,
mount.
man.
Dude, it drives me nuts because the feet always pop off. And I know you can super glue them, but it's always a pain.
Yep.
and getting your phone kind of centered in that thing. Whereas this new one, the side grip, and not only that, but when I was looking at this, you can also put a GoPro in this too. So, you know, if you wanted to use it as a camera mount as well, you could slide a GoPro in there and it'll crimp onto a GoPro. I believe it's the same size ball for like some of the camera arms that are out there too. So if you wanted to just use this on a longer arm or something, you totally could as well. But this is slick. This is new. This isn't on the website yet. But I really love this.
I didn't even know about this one yet.
Yeah. This is new.
Huh.
Brand new.
You know what I like about that is that you know how you tether your phone? Like I have a Rogue tether.
Yeah.
It's got that like metal piece on the back that the tether is attached to, where it's got the rubber that stretches over the corner of your phone. That rubber or that metal piece is really weird when you put it in those X-Grip style holders. Yep. It hits against it, so it wants to push away from the grips themselves. I used to like struggle with trying. You'd have to like press it into it real hard and then release the X-Grip, and it just always felt like it always had tension that was trying to move out of it. You know,
sure.
And that's cool because you can adjust where you're having that grip on the sides of the phone.
Well, and this adjusts pretty easy too. So like if you put your phone, let me grab my phone. If you put your phone in this way, you can loosen that ball so you could put your phone in landscape. Pretty easy. Watching YouTube or something, you know, or MLF fishing when you're on the water. You can rotate this one super easy compared to the old one too.
I take all my pictures in landscape, so
yeah, I typically do the same, just for the purpose of, you know, some of the platforms cutting your image off. Mm-hmm. You know, and same thing with like doing a video clip, obviously. So rotating that thing is super easy too compared to the old one.
You can hide more in landscape too, like so you don't bust spots.
Sure. Which you've been known to do.
Brad the spot buster. Taking out Dayton, Ohio fishermen one at a time.
Oh, geez. Shots fired.
Yeah. It's all right.
So that was one of the new products, and these are one of the new products.
Yeah, those are the ones I've been waiting for.
Those are cool.
The difference between these, obviously, you could see this one kind of extends out off your boat a little bit more compared to this one. So two things with these. So the shorter one, for all you new canoe folks, you know, Yak Attack makes that over the side track mount option for like the Frontier 12 and stuff. These will work in that. So you got the oversized track mount plus the paddle holder rod stager. I personally used the extended arm ones on my Pursuit. And what was nice is I put them on the front and the back tracks, the higher ones. Mm-hmm. And this extended over the side of the boat. So my paddle sat right in there. And this was huge because, like I said, I caught fish on many different baits. So I had a few rods out. And I put the rods in the stager, and then I had one in my hand and just swapping it out real quick rather than having to turn around, grab it out of the crate, and then put the other one in. I could just keep my rods staged up to the side of me. Had no issues with butt ends fitting in these openings. They are pretty decent size. And, you know, same thing. You got the open slots on the top, so the rod tips or the front end of your rods drop in here nice and easy. And I actually had two rods staged up on one side. So very, very cool little gadget by Yak Gadget.
Dude, that's pretty cool, man. And you could probably even add like a little like bungee to it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Yeah. And John put a foam pad here in the center where your paddle goes. And this is a pretty snug fit. Like, I know people are accustomed to seeing a roto grip, so to speak. My paddle, I have a Werner paddle. Jay had bending branches, so did Jimmy, and we were all using these. And nobody had issues with like their paddle shaft bouncing out of there. Like, it actually cinches down in there pretty snug. And it's not coming out, it's not going to just pop out on you, but you don't need a tremendous amount of force to pop it out either.
Nice.
So kind of slick the way that he came up with that. It's just a CNC milled piece of plastic, but it worked really well for both the paddle and the rods.
Well, it kind of looks like a bullwinkle that hangs off the side of the kayak.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, I liked it that it was hanging over the side.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think Jimmy and Jay were using these. I know Jay had it in conjunction with that XL track, like side track. And him and I had a long conversation about these on the way home about how it just cleaned up deck space, not having rods laying around on the deck, not having your paddle in front of you. It was kind of off to the side. I know some kayaks have like the paddle strap or the paddle taco built in. But instead of having to reach down your side, it's bam right there at your side, and it's up out of the way. When I landed fish, it wasn't in my way either. So it was just a key piece to keep the deck clean and, keep rods at your side that you're kind of sifting back and forth through, so to speak.
And not having rods sticking straight up behind you. Hate that.
Exactly. So, I mean, you could run these down both sides. Like, I like leaving one side open for landing fish. But these are low enough to where, like, if you did have it on both sides, could totally get away with it, or just put it off to one side. Like, I know on river trips, like, Brad's fished the river up here with me. Like, I'll bring one or two rods. So I'll throw one of these on there, and I'll have my paddle holder, which is going to be huge because I only paddle in the river up here. So I'll have the paddle holder right to my side, a rod holder, and a bag of baits, and that's it. Like, I'm very simple when it comes to fishing the local river here. And, I'll have a completely clean deck other than a bag of plastics or something that I'll throw either behind me or right under my front seat.
You'd be proud of me, man. I scaled down. I only used one rod all winter long.
Nice. Nice.
I didn't bring all 7 rods with me.
Yeah, I think when you're river fishing, man, that gets a little extravagant. I mean, granted, if it's a new river and you're trying to figure it out, like, I totally get it. But, like, I know, like, basically 3 baits that they're going to hit on consistently on my river up here. And it's basically a TRD, little bit of top water action, and maybe a jig. And, I can pretty much almost do that with 1 to 2 rods.
Yep.
So.
Same here. That's cool. I want one of those freaking paddle holders, though, man. I've been eyeballing that since he told us.
Yeah, and price on them is going to be relatively cheap too. Don't quote me on this, but I believe around $35. So from what John was telling us this past weekend, it's going to be somewhere in that price range. So obviously you'll get 2 of those, not just one. And it comes with the track bolts and thumb screws and all that stuff. But for a little bit of organization for, $40 or less, like, you can't really go wrong.
No, not at all.
Yeah. And then the one last thing I got that actually isn't a new product, but it's new to me is the under chair tray.
Oh, nice. Oh, that was really tiny.
No, this is like this is the bigger one, I believe.
Well, I mean, like thickness wise, what, 3 inches?
4 inch.
4 inch?
This is the 4 inch one.
I thought it was bigger than that.
gotta remember, Brian's a big dude. He makes everything look small when he holds it. So
Yeah.
I got that because I got my new Unlimited on the way, and that chair is high, and I wanted some under the seat storage. So I picked that bad boy up this past weekend. It's going to be totally BA in that, just for throwing plastics in and stuff, and maybe a couple tools and things like that. So I did get that, which is sweet.
Being in a Bonafide, I love having a tray under my seat. It's awesome.
Yeah, I actually shout out to my man Rodney Hicks, who bought my old Bonafide. I had my old tray from when I got that, and he hit me up and he was like, "Yo, man, you still got that?" And I was like, "Yep." And I took it to him the other week, and when we did our virtual boat show at Rocktown, and he's like, "Man, this is going to be so huge." I used to use a Plano. It's like a 4-inch tall, clear Plano box, about the same size as the Yak Gadget tray, but it was such a pain, like getting it in and out. This is just going to be much easier. Plus, you had the lid, so you had to kind of open that funky, whereas this has just got the cover, so it'll be nice and easy to get in and out of, for sure.
Yep. Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, man, there's some other products that are on the horizons that haven't been talked about yet, or haven't been released yet, or made, so to speak. But you're going to see some really cool new stuff coming out from Yak Gadget for sure.
heck yeah, man.
Heck, me and Josh met John a year ago, I think, was it? Something like
last year's shows.
Yeah.
Before COVID, right before COVID hit.
Yeah, and I remember talking to Ricketts and Josh about it, and we were all like, "These products are cool, man, and they're really affordable."
Yeah, I mean that's the thing too, right? Like compared to some of the other accessories on the market, so to speak, super affordable. Really can't beat it in my eyes. And that crate, I mean, the crate he's had for a while, but there was a lot of conversation about that crate over the weekend, and I had a conversation off the air yesterday with Craig Dye, who uses that XD crate, and it's just so easy to get your boxes in and out of that thing compared to the black pack or like an actual milk crate, so to speak, because those boxes are angled to you. You can see them, easy slide in and out. You comes with more rod holders on it. Like, I mean, you can't really go wrong with it.
And it's the shape of it, man, the design of it. Like I loved it the instant I set it down in the back of a Jackson. I was like, finally something that fits back here.
Yeah.
Like, all I had to do was angle those rod tubes, man. And I was so excited. And I like having my side rod tubes angled anyways. I kind of think it looks cool. But I mean, with the black pack, man, I couldn't do that. I could have, I guess, but the way that was still shaped, I would have still had to turn it at its rectangular lengthwise to the boat. You know what I mean? Instead of having it where I could open it normal, like facing back, it was going to be opening sideways still. And I was like, I don't know, man. It was just, I like the backpack or black pack. I was a huge fan of it because of all the pre-drilled holes, all the gear tracking you could add to it. That's what really attracted me to it, because it took some stuff off the boat and I could put it on the black pack, like the flag and stuff like that. But, like just trying to get my stuff out of it, I'm like, enter in my secret code, do a random scan, and then try to dig it out. Like,
well, and not only that too, like, for instances like the Jackson, the new canoe, like some of these boats that have weird rear tank wells where that where the black pack didn't necessarily fit. Like Yak Gadget saw that there was an issue with that, and it was going to be an issue with their XD crate. So he made risers so it slides in there and it makes it nice and snug, which I made my own like last year. You know, when I really started floating new canoes hard and stuff, because it was a pain to have that crate so far forward and have my seat so far forward. It was throwing off the balance of my boat. I had some starboard in my garage, and I just, made the risers myself. However, I saw the actual Yak Gadget risers because Jay Randall was down there with us. Welcome to the team, Mr. Randall.
Nice.
And he got an XD crate, and I had asked John to bring the risers for it, and I put them on for Jay because he was rigging something else up. And he's fresh into a new canoe, Frontier 12, and I forewarned him like, hey, you're going to need these. Putting those things on were a breeze, and it fit right into the back of that F12 perfectly with those risers that he had. What's nice about those risers is it's got the threaded inserts in the plastic and all that good stuff, whereas I kind of had to like pre-drill holes, use some goofy screws, and like, I retrofitted all my stuff. But like you mentioned before, like pre-drilled holes and things like that, like that XD crate has everything ready to rock and roll. So if you need to add those or remove those at any given point in time, you can easily do so.
Heck yeah. So how did Jay like the F12?
He's in love.
It's weird seeing him in a new canoe, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember somebody posted, like when he posted the first pictures of that boat, they were like, that's not a Jackson.
Yeah.
But he really likes it. He made several comments like, man, it's just so nice and open and clean on my deck, which is the benefit of new canoe. You don't have all those, extra gizmos and gadgets unless you add Yak Gadget or, new canoe accessories, like they got dashboards and things like that. But he was really digging the open concept, and Jay was being lazy, didn't want to paddle. So I had a little tiller trolling motor, and I know I posted a couple pictures of it, and I think he did as well. He was turned, to run that tiller motor. He was turned sideways, like facing the side of the boat, and was running that tiller motor. And Jay's not a small dude, and that's, not to knock Jay, but, he's sitting sideways running that motor the whole time. And I think we went I think it was like 4 miles up the river.
Wow.
And back. And so, I mean, it wasn't like he was just going a couple hundred yards. Like we made some long runs. And he loved it, man. He's like, dude, this thing is so stable. He's like, as stable or more stable than his big rig. So he's digging it, man. He's digging it.
That what is it? The Liska. He liked the Liska for the same reasons, though, because the open deck space, right?
Yep. And he likes that boat for on the rivers, which we actually had down there because his son came with us as well. And his kid was paddling that thing. He did an awesome job. We did tow him around a little bit, but yeah, he, that's the reason why Jay liked that. It's just the open concept. He's going to run. He's got a Torpedo, which he's waiting for the new canoe mount for his boat to run that. So that's why we kind of set up the tiller for the weekend until he gets his mount in, which should be in the next week or two.
Sweet.
Yeah. I got one other non-Yak Gadget product that I actually got to use this weekend, and I'll share it up on the screen with you guys.
What is it?
Which I fell in love with. This is the Pelican Ruck Case.
Nice.
I threw a bunch of terminal tackle in this, knives, pliers, all kinds of stuff. The center lid does come out, or the center portion comes out, but you could see you could like Velcro stuff to it. You can put tools in that rubber thing in the lid. I had my cell phone in this for a little bit. I had some extra camera batteries. Like, I loaded this thing up, and it's waterproof. And it's got the little handles on the side, so you could tether it to your boat in case you're worried about it falling out or something like that.
That thing looks legit.
Dude, it is it's heavy duty.
Yeah,
it's
I can
heavy
tell.
duty. And I know Pelican's one of our sponsors for the podcast and the trail and stuff. So these things are super slick, and they have really put these things to the test. Like, there's videos of guys running this over with like trucks, and it doesn't even crack.
That's crazy.
And it's all plastic. The only thing that's metal in it is the hinge pins. So check that out. That's the Ruck case. I got the R60, which is the big one, but they do have a couple different sizes.
I saw that thing in your boat. You had a picture of it. I was like, dude, what is that? Like,
Yeah.
it's huge, man. Like,
Yeah.
that little picture, that picture you just did doesn't do it justice of what it really looks like.
Yeah, we might have some at that open. Just saying.
Oh, see, there's another reason. That thing, I mean, that thing, I thought it was a gun case, like a big ass gun case. I'm like, what are you carrying, like 6 dirty, hairy guns around in the boat, dude? Like, what is that?
I did have the camera case in the boat the one day, but I had the ruck case for like all my stuff in the boat every day. Because the camera case, that's waterproof, and we got a few $1,000s worth of camera equipment in there.
Yeah.
So I had that so I could bring the DSLR up and get some really good photos of all the Yak Gadget guys and products and things like that. So, but yeah, that Ruck case, dude, is huge. If you want a little storage container, to organize some stuff and carry with you and have it like right under your seat. Like, I'll put it in this under the seat tray. But like over the weekend, I just had it sitting in that front little area on my Pursuit behind the hatch, just chilling on the floor. And I threw some terminal tackle in there. Like I said, my phone, I had like a knife and a pair of pliers in there, like some random things, which was nice, because typically those things would be scattered over my deck. My phone would be in my PFD, things like that. So, definitely check that out. That's one new thing that I'm using this year that so far has been pretty cool.
Do they make battery boxes? I'm in the market for one.
They make
for like a 100 amp hour.
No, you threw me through a loop. I don't know.
I'm going to look.
Yeah, if you go to pelican.com, you could check. Like, they make some of the cases, and I think they have one case set up for like the smaller batteries with some ports on it. But they do have bigger cases that would probably fit a bigger battery. But you would have to rig up the ports for it, I'm pretty sure.
I would do that.
Yeah. I mean, they make cases for all kinds of goodies, small and large. They make the cases that they carry around nuclear missiles in. So,
yeah, that's crazy.
And all kinds of good stuff. So, I'm sure they can make it if they don't have it.
That's crazy. I'm just sitting here looking at it. Laptop case.
Yeah. They got some cool stuff, man.
Nuclear missile case.
Their coolers are BA too. There'll probably be some of those given away down at the old Open in Clash Clubs.
Dang, man.
But yeah, Pelican. check them out, man. They got all kinds of cool stuff. We did a couple episodes with those guys on the OG show talking about some of those cool things.
Yeah.
They even make phone cases that are super rugged. I got one right here. Pelican. Pretty rugged. Even comes with a little clip that goes on your belt to keep your phone on your hip.
You're that cool guy, huh?
Yeah.
So look how important I am, everybody. My phone is out all the time.
That's why they call me the big cheese.
Yeah. Well, Brian, I'm glad you came on and showed us that stuff, dude. That's awesome, man. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see that stuff go up on the website for Yak Gadget too, and that's it's kind of cool to see Yak Gadget's take on these products that we've seen before, and see the improvements, and see that that John's listening and he's reading the post, man. He's staying engaged. He's listening to what customers are talking about, and you can see it in the products.
Yeah, and like I said, there's some things in the works as well that can't be released yet, but are going to be pretty slick.
Oh, yeah.
There was a few things talked about this weekend that are coming up, and it should add some uniqueness to your boats. I did see John was there running his Vibe, and he put that pod in with the motor, and he had a Bixby on his rudder in the back. He was running both at the same time, dude. He was ripping.
Was he really?
That's awesome.
It was cool to see him and see those two things work. I had never seen a Bixby up close and personal, but like when he kicked that thing on, man, that boat took off. And then he had that little like trolling motor pod thing in, and I mean that moved the boat pretty quick, but running the two together, he was cruising, man. He was cruising, which was cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Real quick, because somebody asked me earlier today, do we have a code for people for Yak Gadget anymore?
We do not, that I'm aware of. I will reach out to John and see if he wants to do something. So maybe watch the show post. If we do get one from him, we put it up in the show post.
Sweet. Yeah, he tried the old code that we had, I guess, and he was like, "Yeah, it don't work anymore."
Yeah, I think that only ran for like a month or two or something.
Oh, okay. I think we did that for just a period of time on one of the episodes that John came on.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Of course you don't. I mean, come on. It's Brad. What's his favorite things? Oh.
I don't know. I don't care.
I don't care. I don't remember. I didn't know that.
You busted my spot. I don't care.
Yeah. I'll reach out to John and see if maybe we can get a code for like a week or two for guys to use. So watch your social media if you're not following us on Facebook or
I think we should nickname the code BA20 because you've been saying that a lot. Like,
BA?
Yeah, that's BA, bro.
That's
BA. I'm like, just say it.
Clean, man.
It's just okay. It's just one little one. It's not even a bad one. I think my 3-year-old says it more than you do now.
I like it. I like it.
Josh rips the S word all the time on here, man.
Yeah.
I was kind of mouthy on Armando's. I'm gonna apologize right now, you guys.
Oh boy.
Sorry. I had like kind of a bad day at work, so I came home like spunky. I got back. I was done. I got my stuff done today. I got back in the office, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here early. 6 o'clock. I'm still talking to some old man about his lawn on the phone. I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I still here at work?
Oh man.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like this close to being a 12-hour day. That close. And then here's what was funny: the phone disconnected. I don't know why. The phone just dropped. Our phone call dropped. And I was so tired of talking. I looked. I was like, I'm not even calling him back. I rolled out, clocked out.
He's probably
There you go.
I
listening like
can't help
that.
it, dude. We were just talking in circles, man. I'd be like, all right, well, I'll see you tomorrow. And then he'd start talking. I was like,
I hate that.
no.
Gotta
I
love
hate
that. Gotta love that.
Brian, thank you for
You're
jumping
welcome,
on here,
sir. You're welcome.
talking Yak Gadget.
Yeah,
The
buddy.
Pelican case is pretty sweet.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Brad.
Brad.
Thanks for joining us, gracing
No
us
problem,
with your
man.
presence.
Hey, man.
We had a rough week finding a guest, but it's all good.
Oh, yeah.
I reached out to somebody as well and didn't hear back, so it's all good. It's whatever.
Well, when you
Sorry.
guys posted something up in the group chat, I was like, man, I got some of this stuff from Yak Gadget. Let's talk about this stuff, man, because it's pretty cool, man. Like, legit. Like, I know that paddle stager and rod holder doesn't look like much, but it's cool, man, and it makes a huge difference when you're on the water for sure.
I want to try it.
Word.
Well, everybody be paying attention to yakgadget.com. Pay attention to the store. Get in there when the stuff comes out. Make sure to get it ordered. Sometimes these products, they sell out quick. I've seen where we've released something and John's come back and been like, hey, guys, that stuff's selling real fast. If you guys want to order it, you better order it. So
Yeah.
Very cool.
all righty. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to the final cast again this week. And we look forward to doing another episode. And everybody, please, who's interested, get signed up for the Paddle and Fin Open and Clash of Clubs at Dale Hollow Lake, Eastport Marina. Brad won't be there, so it'll be a lot more fun. And there. Peace out.
Later.
Thanks for tuning in to another killer episode on Paddle and Fin. Don't forget to go check out our website at paddle_and_fin.com. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel at Paddle and Fin. If you got a question, comment, want to hear from a future guest on a future episode, feel free to email us at paddle_and_fin@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Paddle and Fin on Facebook and Instagram. Shout out to our show supporters, Angler. The Angler button and app just makes for a better time on the water and creates a virtual logbook for every fishing outing out on
Shout out to
Rocktown
Adventures, located in Northern Illinois for all your kayaking, camping, and hiking.
Shout out to
Shout out to Jig Masters Jigs. When in doubt, get the jig out. Go to Jig Masters.